What's up, everyone? It's Bob Freeman here at the information station, here to provide you with free information for free every day. Anyways, I'm gonna exit out of this screen, and today we're going to go over the Institute of Supply Management Purchasing Managers Index. This is the most important economic report in the world. Sorry, I'm talking slow. This is weird because on the screen it's lagging for me. I've never live streamed before. This is strange. But if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them in the chat, and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. So this report is released for free by the Institute of Supply Management every single month at the beginning of the month, the first day of the month. Like today, it's April 1st, so this came out today. Manufacturing represents 20% of business contributions to United States GDP. I had to write that down. And pretty much what this survey is it surveys the largest 300 manufacturing companies in the United States. And it surveys them on, I could just show you on the report. It has the manufacturing PMI, which is it's just an aggregate of all of these. So it's how it's doing overall. And the way to read this is if it is over 50, it means that there is growth. And if it's under 50, that means that there's contraction. So since it's over 50 right now, as you can see, it's 64.7. We're seeing growth in the manufacturing sector. So overall, we're pretty bullish. We saw even this report will tell you growing faster. You can see all of that. And you can just see the different sections if they're growing or contracting. And what I saw in this month's compared to last month's really was like the employment was doing better. And I think that's really good for the manufacturing sector because they were complaining about that in other parts earlier. So it also includes some good qualitative data about the different industries. That's important to read. I think it's this stuff is given to us by the purchasing managers of these companies, and purchasing managers their job is to, they just buy stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to, I know that I can't curse on YouTube or something terrible will happen, so I'm trying not to say bad words, but they just buy stuff for the company, purchasing manager. And it also will tell us in order what companies were growing the fastest, and if there are any companies contracting, or not companies, but sectors, I'm sorry. And you can, that way, get ideas about what kind of industries you may want to invest in, because this is extremely up-to-date information about the manufacturing sector in the month of March. Max M, late to the lesson. Dang, be careful. Watch your language. Also, something that I think is useful if you are into trading commodities and that sort of thing is this part. I mean, it will tell you what commodities are reported up and down in price and in short supply. That's pretty useful if you want to be trading commodities, and it will tell you how many months. That's what these numbers in parentheses mean. The amount of months consecutively they have been reported in one direction or the other. And this often leads what consumers see, because these are manufacturers. Um, Manufacturers, they generally buy from commodity producers. Oh wow, I have lag. Let me try to fix this. Okay, okay. What's up? What's up? Here we are. Hopefully it's not lagging anymore. I connected to better internet, and hopefully connecting to better internet will help the live stream to be less lag. So someone recommended I take off my sunglasses when I'm inside, so I'm gonna do that. That's really not a bad idea. My eyes balls were hurting. Uh, if someone could let me know in the chat if this is still working and it is not lagging, that would be really helpful. So, wow, it is better. All right, that's good. So all of this data, I I can take you more seriously now. That's good. All right, I already have green hair. I'm sorry, the sunglasses might have been too much. Oh, jeez. It's is it the sound or is it just the screen? Because the screen is going to be impossible for me to not make it laggy because this is a Mac. But if it is the sound, then I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. Okay, voice is clear. Cool. So shut the bad word up about lag because I'm just using a Mac. And the video is just going to be laggy. I'm not playing video games, so this is going to be something that doesn't require it to be extra smooth. Sorry. But I already put all of this data into Excel and aggregated it into this beautiful, I can't see, it's right there. This beautiful, jeez, okay, there it is. This beautiful sheet. And what we can look at is in a YouTube video, I think you can cuss. Wow. I'm going to try not to cuss because cussing is bad. So the I've tracked it for a few months now, and you can see that manufacturing is doing as an aggregate total much better than it was in October. So we are continuing to improve from COVID recovery overall. And you can see in different areas what is improving and what is not improving, which can be very useful when deciding what industries to invest in or what companies specifically you want to invest in those industries. The customer inventories is the only thing that has been contracting since October. And I would say that's a really, really, really good thing if you're a manufacturer. If you are a manufacturing company that manufactures a lot of products, you would be very glad if your customers did not have many products, because it would probably mean that they'd have to buy a lot of them in the future. And you can see that the prices have increased as well, which means it's likely the manufacturers are raising their prices on their customers. Now, there's also the backlog, which is increased, but the prices in the backlog combined, plus the inventories, just I think it kind of paints a pretty clear picture right there. Right here, I have I've tracked the different industries that report in the PMI for just 3 months. I can't find an archive of these charts, or not of these charts, but of these reports. So if anyone happens to find that or has access to that, let me know, because that would be really, really good, really useful. I would love to have that. It says that respondents are saying different things every month, and I'll just copy and paste what they say from the report. I'll show you exactly where it is. Right here. Respondents are saying. You can just copy and paste this every month. And you can just track generally how things are doing, just what the purchasing managers are saying about their industries. But this is a very useful indicator if you want to be trading the stock market, because it tracks United States manufacturing companies, and United States manufacturing companies can easily be, by seeing how they're doing, good or bad, you can know exactly how these industry stocks are going to do. If you look really, really carefully at these industries and really study these reports, you can have an informational advantage in the stock market by just knowing more about a specific industry or a specific company in an industry than the average person in the market. Because the average person in the market is not, I mean, you would have to study a lot more than this report to truly have an informational advantage, but this is definitely one that you need to be reading if you're going to have an informational advantage in the stock market. It's probably the most important. Like, the United States economy is the most important economy in the world, and it's the only stock market. It's the stock market with the most volatility. It's the best stock market to be trading in. but it's also the most important in the world. And manufacturing is the most important component of the United States economy. Oh. So I personally, I really like to look at commodities because I like to think about the rock being pulled out of the ground and being turned into a product and then being sold and then resold and then resold. It's just easy for me to comprehend. I think it's just kind of linear process for the most part. And steel has been up in price for 7 months. Both kinds of steel. Steel products, all steel. But I there's also the Joe Biden thing, but with the bill that's like I don't know, it's a lot of money to for infrastructure. It's what I think it's supposed to be for. And if the US spends a lot of money on infrastructure and buys really expensive steel, probably would be really good for steel manufacturing companies. Right. What? How long have I been doing this for? Have I been doing it long enough? Is everyone happy with the free information I've provided in this live stream? Or have I only been doing it for I've only been doing it for 17, 18 minutes. Guess I could go for 2 more minutes. If anyone has any questions or wants to tell me if I did good or bad, uh, I could do that. Or I could just find more information in this report. Because I guess I did not go over necessarily the entire thing. Production going up is a very good thing. It's been going up since COVID recovery. So that is a good thing overall. Best commodities. Well, I already talked about steel, but lumber. Wow, I didn't realize that lumber is up. So I guess lumber is something you might want to check out. It I mean not necessarily buying wood at Home Depot or anything crazy like that, but maybe something to do more research in. Uh, I I've looked at the housing permits report for U.S. home builders, or just for building homes in the United States in general, and uh, there was a decrease in houses being built for the last month or the last 2 months. I don't remember. It was either the last month or the last 2 months. I think it was the last 2 months though. So if people are building less and less houses, it could be because of the lumber going up. I'm not. I don't know for sure, but just an idea. Copper is up 10 months in a row, and aluminum is as well. I didn't know that about aluminum. Aluminium. Plastic resins. That's I feel like that's just an industry I don't know anything about, to be honest. I don't know anything about plastics or polypropylene or PVC. I just I don't know a lot about polymers, I guess. Wow. Is 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 Home Depot stuck up, or is it just lumber? Because or is it lumber at Home Depot? Because that would I feel like Home Depot would should not be doing well if lumber is up in price because less people would want to buy it. People would be buying less of it. Um, an industry though that I think is doing real has at least been doing good, really good the last 3 months. It's electrical equipment, appliances, and components. So on January it was number one in growth. February it was number two. In March it was number two again. Um, the number one here. Also, textile mills might be one to look at, I think. Wow, wow, that's good to know about why they're building less houses. Awesome, thank you. That's good confirmation. But sorry, I don't mean to be highlighting things for no reason. But wood products, this neutral is just because they reported neutral, and that's just rare. So I don't really know how to feel about it. I guess I feel neutral. So I wouldn't really invest in lumber companies or anything like that. But perhaps put it on the watch list. Stuff in that industry. Textile mills, I don't know much about. I don't really know what textile mills are. But something I saw about oil, cryptocurrency. I don't, I don't, I don't ever want to talk about cryptocurrency because I'm not a metaphysician. I don't know anything about metaphysics, unfortunately. It's a pretty cool thing that just goes up a lot, but I have no idea how to figure out the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies. I think it's extremely volatile, so I mean, you could potentially make a lot of profit off of it, of course, but I'm more interested in looking at things with extremely strong fundamentals driving them, and then looking at the volatility of things with really strong fundamentals behind them, and then trading those. Because I think doing that with that approach, it just puts the odds a lot more in your favor because you know a lot more about what you're investing in and what it's doing is a lot more predictable. And the volatility might not be as high, but you're going to have a much better idea of what the stock or whatever it is you're investing in is going to do if you're looking at the fundamentals. But it's just crypto. I guess if there is a way to analyze the fundamentals, go for it. But I just don't know anything about that. It's just not something I'm knowledgeable about. Anyways, uh, yeah. I mean it's the supply for yeah. I mean the people who are who are receiving product for the manufacturers, their inventories are shrinking. So I mean, there is a supply issue. I can't see the tab. I keep having to lean over. Just with that. Cool. Um. Let's see. I just kind of put these on charts, but it's not very useful right now until I have more data, I don't think.